Hey everyone, Jason here. Welcome back to the layout. It's late December 2018, just a few days before New Year's Day. So I thought it was time for another layout update. I'm going to show you what new items have been added. I'm also going to show you what I've been working on the layout. It probably won't be a super long update, but I think you'll enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started.
Here's the most significant addition to the layout. This is a New York Central 464 J1E PT Hudson made by MTH. It's equipped with ProtoSound 3.0. The unique thing of this Hudson compared to the other one I have, the biggest difference is the PT tender, which stands for passenger tender. It's a larger size tender with a larger capacity for both coal and water, and that was really my biggest attraction to this engine, was just how cool that oversized tender was. I do have another Hudson on this layout. Besides not having the PT tender, that other Hudson has white trim along the frame rails and white trim around the wheels, whereas this one is just all black. I picked this up from Stockyard Express. It had been there for a while and I had been eyeballing it every time I went into the shop, and I finally decided to pull the trigger and bring it home. I'm really happy with it. It has a great sound set in it. I love the whistle, and you'll see this going around the layout shortly. Here are two more Lionel O-Scale auto racks. In my last update I had added my first one to the layout, which was in the BNSF paint scheme. This one is a Chicago Northwestern and the other is in Conrail. I picked up the Chicago Northwestern from the Berea Train Show in Northeast Ohio, and I picked up the Conrail one from Uncle Ray's Trains in Sheffield Lake, Ohio. These Lionel auto racks are far better than what MTH puts out, and when you see them side by side, there's just no comparison. So more than likely I'll keep adding more of these Lionel auto racks to the layout. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell my MTH auto racks or just keep them in mixed freights, or I'm really not sure right now, but these are awesome additions to the layout. I'm really happy I picked them up. Here's another item I picked up from the Berea Train Show in Northeast Ohio. This is an Atlas O TTX High Cube Boxcar. When I picked it up, it was actually a two-rail car, but I decided to take a set of trucks and couplers off of one of my other Atlas cars that I don't run that often and put them on here so I could convert it to three-rail. These sold out really quickly. I never pre-ordered them, and they were all gone by the time I tried to get my hands on one, but I found one at the train show, and even though it was two-rail, I still picked it up, and it looks really awesome on this layout. Atlas makes the best stuff in my opinion, and this car just further proves that that they're in a league of their own. I just wish that Atlas would release more cars like this. The releases from Atlas are few and far between, but awesome car. Now here's two items that I'm really excited to review. These are United States Army flat cars by MTH with pup trailers on them. The one on the left is number 1946 and says U.S. Army Ordnance on the trailer. The one on the right is number 1947 and says U.S. Army Medical Supplies with the Red Cross logo on top. You might be asking yourself why you haven't seen these in an MTH catalog, and that's because these are uncatalogued items. These were produced as an exclusive run for Stockyard Express in Oberlin, Ohio, which is where I buy the majority of my engines, cars, rolling stock, and accessories. So these were only produced for Stockyard Express as a specialty run. So you can get one, you can get two, you can get as many as Stockyard Express has in stock. But once these are gone, they're gone. You might be asking yourself how a specialty run works. Basically, a store like Stockyard Express will call up MTH and request a paint scheme be added to some kind of train car, and as long as they order enough of them, MTH will produce that car. So if you were to pick one of these up from Stockyard Express, it would still come in a box just like this that you're used to getting from MTH, but you'll see on the side there's actually a sticker that says Stockyard Express exclusive O-gauge product. So that lets you know that you're only going to get these from Stockyard Express. I've actually never reviewed a car like this from MTH, so I thought we'd take a closer look at the medical supplies car really quick. It has everything you'd come to expect from MTH. It has sprung trucks, hidden uncoupling tabs, and these trailers do detach from the flat car. I can lift it right off like this, You can take both of them off, you can put one on, you can have both on, or if you have other trailers already, you can of course put them on this car as well. Now, to put it back into place, there is a little hook right there that you have to line up just perfectly with the tab on the trailer, and then the wheels just slide into place like that. And then they're on. And then just looking at the back end, there is a separately applied brake wheel right there, and you can see the doors of the back of the trailers, which I will note that they do not open, but really nice car. So if you are interested in owning these, I'd recommend picking them up sooner rather than later, because it is an exclusive run, and once they're gone from Stockyard Express, they'll be gone forever. So you can either pick these up in person at Stockyard Express, which is located at 49293 Plate Road in Oberlin, Ohio, which is actually right off the Ohio Turnpike, or you can give them a call at 440-774-2131 and either request that they be shipped to your location or request that they be set aside for you to come pick up at a later date. Now, these would usually retail for $79.95. Stockyard Express has each one of these listed individually for $74.95, which is actually a pretty good deal considering these won't be offered again, and it's a unique run that Stockyard Express had to place themselves. So really cool cars, and if you're going to pick them up, I'd recommend getting them as quickly as possible. So it might not look like I've done much to the layout, and you'd be right in that nothing has really changed, except I did do a lot of work this past month in the center section. I had to tear up these two crossovers here, the switch right behind this water tower and by this yellow light tower. The power on it just completely died. I still can't figure out where exactly the disconnect in power was happening, but I had a spare switch to go in its place. So I ripped out that switch, had to tear up all of this track and all of this ballast while I was at it. Complete mess, take all the intermodal stuff out of there and off the layout. So that was a big project to put in the new switch, wire that one in, and then redo the ballast and all the scenery around it. But it's in place, it's working perfectly now. I'm having really bad luck with Atlas switches this year. This layout is now 10 years old, which is hard to think about, but I've had no issues with Atlas switches until this year. I've had 3 072 Atlas switches either break or lose power. So not quite sure what's going on there, but that was a lot of work, but the new switch is in place and everything's running perfectly
So that's
again.
going to be all for this update. I'm going to have another video coming out probably in the next week or so of another product review set that I have in the box still. So keep an eye out for that video. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I usually put my email in the description as well, so if you have questions about the layout or questions about model railroading in general, feel free to shoot me a comment or send me an email. So that's going to do it for this update. I hope you all enjoyed.
This stop is Cleveland. Now departing for New York on track 1, train number 10, Wonderland